But those who have truly brought order to their chaotic lives will tell a different story. Learning to let go of unnecessary things turned out to be more important than learning how to start. Every commitment, every friendship that drains a project, every forgotten subscription, every chore that makes you grit your teeth, consumes mental and emotional capacity. As a background app on a phone, it's a piece of cake individually. Together, the battery is dead by lunchtime. One entrepreneur who rebuilt his life after bankruptcy identified the turning point as the time he compiled his list of things to ditch. Not a to-do list, a stop list. Anything that consumed time or energy without significant results. 2 months. Systematic elimination. I quit to social media platforms and ended 3 relationships that had become purely utilitarian. I stopped watching the morning news, which meant 45 minutes of anxiety a day and 0 useful information. I canceled for subscriptions. He turned down a volunteer position he'd been hired to do out of guilt. The result wasn't just free time. It was mental clarity. He described it. The fogged-up windshield became clear. Same road, same car, but you could see where you were going. The guilt vanished faster than he expected. Everything he'd given up seemed enormous, even terrifying, before the moment of severance. But 2 weeks later, he could hardly remember why he'd held out for so long. Such is the nature of dead weight. It seems necessary until you drop it, and then you wonder how you ever carried it. No one noticed what he stopped doing. We've noticed the results. We're calmer, more collected, more present. But the reason is invisible. He didn't add anything flashy. He subtracted what quietly destroyed. Habit number 5. Plan your rest before your work. In most cultures, rest is a reward. Worked hard. If you have time left, maybe you can rest. Maybe. But studies of elite performers, athletes, surgeons, and chess grandmasters reveal something surprising. The best don't rest when they're tired, rather than resting before they're tired. They integrate recovery with the same seriousness as training. A study of professional violinists found that the best violinists practiced fewer hours than the second tier. However, they structured their practice into 90-minute blocks with deliberate rest periods. The second echelon was more active, but scattered, without any deliberate resumption of action. For a long time, I thought it was laziness. No. The brain and body aren't machines. They operate in cycles, push too hard without recovery, and performance doesn't decline. It collapses, and most people see this as a character flaw. They consider themselves lazy. They are not lazy, they're exhausted. People who organize their lives in silence plan rest first. They block sleep. Set aside a non-productivity day. Take 10 to 15-minute breaks. Not scrolling, but real rest. A walk, a look out the window. Silence. 90 minutes of focus plus 20 minutes of real rest produces 3 to 4 times more quality results than 8 hours of continuous, sluggish effort. This has been measured. No one notices someone taking a 20-minute walk between their neighbors. In a culture that glorifies exhaustion, planning a vacation is practically rebellious. But those who do it will always say it's the smartest strategic decision. You can't organize a life you're too exhausted to think clearly about. Habit number 6. Keep your plans to yourself. Remember the statistics. 80% quit. There's a psychological phenomenon behind this, studied extensively. When you talk about your goals, the brain experiences a premature sense of accomplishment, social recognition, nods, and wow, that's awesome activate the same reward pathways as actual achievement. The brain gets confused. It perceives others' approval as proof of progress. Real motivation declines. That's why so many people post gym selfies on the first day and don't make it to the 30th. The announcement brought so much pleasure that the follow-up became neurologically less urgent. I've been there. More than once. I tell friends about my plans, receive approval, and then find that the desire to take action had vanished. A room at night. 1. It works. The lamp burns quietly. No one around. People who transform their lives in silence understand this intuitively. They don't talk about their plans. They don't post about routine. They don't talk about challenges. They just do it. When people notice results months or years later, the reaction is the same. When did it happen? In silence. Every day. In rooms where no one was watching. Most would say silence became not a strategy, but a source of strength. There's something powerful about a mission only you know about. An internal fire that doesn't require external oxygen. Public goals require attention. Quiet ones burn on their own fuel, longer and hotter than anyone on the outside would suspect. Notepad. 3 questions. Silence. Tea. Getting cold. Habit 7. Weekly review. Not doing it daily creates anxiety. An annual period isn't useful for adjustments. A weekly period is. 7 days is enough to see patterns, but short enough to catch problems before a crisis. Feedback studies confirm this. I tried it and was amazed at how simple it was. Once a week, on the same day, at the same time. 20-30 minutes. 3 questions. What worked? What didn't? What will I adjust? That's it. No spreadsheets. No systems. 3 questions and honest answers. A financial consultant who went from chronic disorganization to a 7-figure business. Weekly review. The most transformative habit. Every Sunday. 20-5 minutes. 52 adjustments per year. Most evaluate the direction once or twice a year. He's 52 times. Over 5 years, 260 micro adjustments versus 10. The difference in trajectory is enormous, even though each review seems like a trivial matter, and it's a quiet habit. There's nothing to post. 3 questions on a Sunday evening will never go viral, but the results over the years will leave you wondering what the secret is. Habit 8. Evening reset. Everyone's obsessed with morning routines, but I get it. Mornings are defined by evenings.